Argentina has elected a new president, who is the right-wing populist Javier Milei. You may have heard of his decisions, which he plans to introduce in the country, such as abolishing state ministries or the central bank. On the other hand, he recognizes free access to firearms or free trade in organs. In this video, you will learn why Argentina, which has been struggling with a bad economic situation for years, decided to bet everything on a madman with a chainsaw. And this was not meant figuratively. Before we go any further, if you are interested in investing in economics, support me by following me and turn on your bell so you can always be informed about new videos. Since 2001, Argentina has already gone bankrupt 3 times. It did not repay its international public debt. Although Argentina is the 22nd largest economy in the world, economic chaos has prevailed there for a long time. This chaos was supposed to be changed by the new president Javier Milei. He is also called Wolverine or Madman by his voters. Milei dominated over his opponent Sergio Massa by more than 10%. After the announcement of the results, it was clear to everyone in the country that change was coming, and in a drastic way. Analysts say that the main reason why Milei won is not so much his merit, but rather an effort for change. His opponent Massa represented only the continuing direction of the previous government. Inflation in Argentina reached 142%. For example, when inflation is already above 10%, the consumer already feels the increase strongly, not 142%. That 10% would be just the good old days for Argentina. In the lives of ordinary people, this means that prices in stores are often higher in the afternoon than in the morning. There is a widespread black market in the country, where people have long been buying and selling for dollars. Even the price of jeans in the country reached the level of the official minimum wage, which is about 377 American dollars. There is no doubt that such high inflation has changed the views of even relatively educated people. For example, 26-year-old physiotherapist Esteban Medina said, "Money is enough less and less every day. I am a qualified person and my salary is not enough for anything." As a result, today in Argentina, 2 out of 5 people live in poverty. Several political representatives from Argentina fear that Milei will direct Argentina back to dictatorship. He even advocated absurd laws during the pre-election negotiations, such as abolition of key ministries. Just look at his statements.
Ministerio de Turismo y Deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera.
Change of social programs, on which many Argentines depend. He then wants to abolish the Argentine peso and replace it with the US dollar. He may have been inspired by Latin America, where Panama, El Salvador, and Ecuador now operate in this way. Their inflation is below 4%. Former US President Donald Trump agreed with this statement, who after appointing the new president proudly noted, "You will change your country and return Argentina to its greatness." If dollarization in Argentina is done well, it can reduce the cost of borrowing for the government and the private sector. Transaction costs will be eliminated in foreign trade, and future populist politicians will not be able to print new banknotes, not to mention that ordinary people will finally pay off again. On the other hand, the problem is that Argentina does not have enough US dollars to distribute them to people. This could increase inflation in the short term. Lowering inflation can solve part of the problems, but certainly not all. The Argentine economy is burdened by regulations, which is evidenced by its placement in the unflattering 144th place in the Index of Economic Freedom. In addition, he plans to abolish the central bank and its impact on economic entities. According to Milei, the central bank is the main reason that caused triple-digit inflation. He then wants to lower taxes and government spending and privatize businesses. Personally, I find that such decisions cannot be made by a sane person. As I found out, Milei had a difficult childhood. His father reportedly beat him and verbally degraded him. Perhaps the desire to take revenge on him motivated him to get to the top. He was closest to his younger sister in the family, who will apparently perform the functions of the First Lady after Milei's swearing in as president on December 10th. He reportedly consults on important decisions with his dogs, which he named after famous economists such as Milton Friedman. If you don't find this strange, I don't know what is. In such an important position, a person should know how to act, because the whole state depends on his decisions. We can only watch from a distance how this rescue attempt will turn out. But one thing is clear, Argentina is embarking on a big experiment that could push the country into even bigger problems. If you like this information, support me with a like and follow so that more people can see this content.